An all-new season of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Mom Talk has just been blowing up.
Whitney and Jen are on Dancing with the Stars.
Taylor is a bachelorette.
Saying that out loud is crazy. Like, that is huge.
But all the cool opportunities could pull us apart.
It's causing issues in everyone's marriage.
My whole world is falling apart right now. It's chaos.
Watch the Hulu original series, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Refreshing wild cherry cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
It's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. That's right. We've done all the work for you. All you have to do is press play and listen. We are going to be some Hepcats, some Hipcats. We are going to be cool kittens. We are going to be talking about Hepcat today. And look, if I say a name like Hepcat, I could give you 10 guesses as to who panelist number 1 will be. And if it's not John F., you're wrong. And you're wrong for like not knowing that this is a John F. This is a John F. venture here. I feel like this is one of the like that first wave of names you gave me. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Finally getting off the board. Talk to me about Hepcat and why you felt like Hepcat was a band you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, Hepcat is one of those bands that survived my short-lived, well-intentioned ska phase, which we all had in the late '90s. But they're one of the 3 bands. The Pie Tasters, I think we've already done. The Slackers is the other one that I still kind of go back to and think of like, okay, they were legit. They were respectable. Like you could admit to people that you liked Hepcat in a ska phase, and they're not going to judge you. Like if you like Save Ferris or Real Big Fish or something. But no, they're just, they're a great band. They kind of transcend that, the quote unquote ska. I mean, a lot of people are going to see Hepcat and they're going to see ska band. They're going to immediately write this off like, oh no, but there's like soul influences in there. There's jazz, there's R&B, there's Latin influences. Like they're just a band that I can always put on and it just puts a smile on my face. Like I'm never in a bad mood listening to Hepcat. And that's why I still listen to them, nearly 30 years after hearing them for the first time.
So John puts them on the board almost, like I feel like there was a good couple months of John doing the show, and then he hits me with this massive list. And then a couple years later, Chris, you come on the show the first time, and I feel like you were looking at the list, and Hepcat is one of the first ones you signed up for. So talk to me about Hepcat. What jumps out about them, and why did you feel like you wanted to come talk about them today?
Oh, for me, it's not just a phase, man. No, I grew up playing in ska bands. Still love ska to this day. My album of the year this year was the new Pomps album. And as I've gotten older, I kind of have grown out of ska punk a little bit. Although I guess there's some newer bands hitting right now that are getting me back in. But stuff rooted in tradition stands the test of time forever in all genres, and Hepcat are one of the best as far as the California ska revival go. Part of their music is what got me to expand in other genres growing up. Like every young poser punk, I thought that if I listened to other genres, I couldn't call myself a punker anymore. And them signing to Hepcat and doing big things was kind of part of what got me into lots of different genres, not just more R&B and ska. So yeah, love the band.
I love the expanse. Like again, as John mentioned, like when I see Hepcat, I assume ska, right?
Right.
And I didn't write it off. Obviously, I tried to never do that with this show. But then you hit play and you're like, okay, yeah. But like, I hesitate to say better than ska, but like, cause it's definitely ska, but it does like have this like step beyond ska thing to it. Like it's not.
It doesn't hurt that no one sounds like Alex Desert. His vocals are so unique.
Yeah. And I mean, to John's point, like it encompasses like all these different influences. And I found myself going, oh man, like this isn't just your run of the mill ska band. This isn't your real big and for the record, I love John taking the dig, but I mean, I can't say I love Real Big Fish. There are a handful of Real Big Fish songs I like, but like it isn't that, you know, it isn't that. And I think what you said, Chris, really jumped out at me too. Like things steeped in tradition. Like it feels like there's they're honoring ska.
Yeah, it takes itself seriously.
Right.
You know?
Right. Exactly. And to that, I don't know, man. This was just, John said it puts a smile on my face. I found myself smiling quite a bit listening to Hepcat.
And here's like one last thing I'll say on that topic. We had to make a comment about their name being obviously a ska band, but like you can't teach cool, man. Like not every group of guys can call their band Hepcat and you go like, yeah, you know what? Yeah. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I just hope we're gonna get some Becker fans in on this to cross over.
We'll see.
Nobody gets that.
Nope. Sorry.
I lost me on that.
Alex Desert was in Becker. He was on TV. He's in that show with Ted Danson.
Oh, that's cool. I knew he was an actor.
He's like, he's been an actor. He's been in a bunch of different things, but that was his main.
Was he on Boy Meets World also?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
That's cool.
There you
go. And they were on the, I guess now legendary, that first Give 'Em the Boot compilation, which like so much great stuff on there, and like I listened to that thing probably 1,000 times.
Yeah, that's a monumental compilation.
Yeah. So jumping into like the music itself, it's not a massive discog, and we were talking about it just before. I said this should be tidy, and John said you say that. There's only 59 songs here, and some of them are, you know, doubles. When you're putting together 20 for this, John, like what are you looking for? Is there standards? Is there gameplay? Like how did you approach yours?
I kind of stick to the same thing I always do, which is just run through it and see what sticks out to me the first time. Like, you know, I've been listening for a long time, so I obviously have my favorites. I probably had, you know, 8 or 10 that were locks, and then it was just a matter of going through and seeing what stuck out to me, and then looking at, okay, like make sure I have something that covers the Latin influence. I want to make sure that I have something that covers like the R&B style or the more of the soul influence. So trying to make it, you know, well-rounded near the end was a little tough, but overall I think it's like I said, 59 songs, 4 albums. They still are around. I think they reunited a few years back and still get together and play shows, but there's no inkling of a new record at this point.
So same question to you, Chris. Like as you're putting 20 together for this, like what are you looking at? What are you trying to bring to the table?
You know, hilariously, when you first asked me to do it, I was like, all right, you know what, out of nowhere, done. You know, that's what I was gonna as a bit, you know. And I, like, even growing up, it was right on time and out of nowhere. Those were the records. I actually had them on a cassette tape on one on each side in my first car. And I kind of expected to be pulling just from that, but as I went through and I kind of gave like the later records a little more time, because I've always thought that they were like really pleasant listens, but nothing really stood out to me. This was tougher than I thought. And I ended up with like a list, like I was like, I must be around 20. And then I went to what I had put on the list and I was about like mid 30s, almost 40 songs.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So it took me a second to bring it down. And I had to take out stuff that, like I said before, like, when we were talking before the podcast, like there was like a Scatolites cover. I just took that out because it was a cover, even though it's one of the best songs, stuff like that. So it took me a minute, to be honest with you. And it kind of surprised me because they are a band you think of that record when you think of them. Like the debut record is like, you say you like Hepcat, nobody would fault you for only knowing that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
I
thought it'd be easy, but it wasn't.
I mean, I hesitate to say it was difficult because it was. I don't feel like any of the cuts were difficult. I took a similar approach as John, where I kind of plucked out. I think it ended up being like 26, 27 on my first pass, And I was like, okay, you know, like these are the ones that really stuck out to me. And then I looked at the list and I had like at least 3 songs that I had 2 versions of. I was like, oh, oh, okay. So then it was like, I got to pick, you know, I got to pick which version I want. And then hilariously, I got it down. I cut too far, went down to 19. I was like, okay, well, let me pick another song to put back on here. And I picked another song. And then I looked through my list again when I went to write it down today. I was like, oh, wait, I put a song that has another double. So I had to recut and find another song. But I do want to point out that a lot of, there's, I think at least 4 songs that there's 2 versions of. The versions are different enough that they did throw me off. Like, you know, they're not, you know, different songs, but they felt different enough that I didn't notice that they were different songs. So
yeah, in a good example, we were talking about that Given the Boot track, that's re-recorded later in a different key.
There you go. See? So I mean, you know, I almost kept it just because the last one specifically, I feel like the versions were pretty very different. So like I almost kept them both just as a point, but I was like, nah, you know what? This gives me a chance to get another song in here. So, I mean, again, this should be tidy, but John, like based on everything we've said so far, like, what do you think we're going to do? Like, how many do you think we're going to get through unanimous?
Oh man. I'm going to choose to be optimistic. I'm going to say, I'm stuck between 5 or 6. I'm going to say 5.
All right, 5. What do you think, Chris?
See, this is the trap. Like when there's a band that has that one, like windmill slam record, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 10.
Oh,
I feel like I'm going high. I feel like I'm going high.
I mean,
I believe in out of nowhere that much.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, basically what he's saying is if he wins, he doesn't get the pick anyway. So,
but there you go. I can't lose. So I'm always a loser.
Yeah. I mean, I like the optimism. I think this is a small enough discography that we could do that. Like it's possible that we just all were in the same mindset when we listened. So now the question is, do I split the positivity between you? Or am I the negative Nancy here and go under? Somebody's got to be the negative one, right? I feel like I got to be the
not with this band.
I really don't. I think you're right. I think it would be wrong to be negative. So I'm going to split you guys. I'm going to go with 7.
Okay.
Might be high, but again, I don't like the pressure of having the final say anyway. So
there you go.
All right. So we're going to take a quick pause, and when we come back, we're going to play the game, Jack. It's the program. And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The 3 of us have come through the Hepcat discography and plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to mash together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you in case you haven't given Hepcat the time of day. And let me get my little list up here. All right, I'm going to start here at the top of my list. Dance With Me.
Can't lose with that. Yeah, it's got to be there.
All right, there we go. Off to a good start. All right, let's give us a little bit of that. Oh, I didn't even realize that's like number one.
Yeah, that track, like, that just makes me feel like I'm back in high school. Like, it was just like I said, it was on that cassette, so you pop that in, man. That was the first thing everybody heard. You knew what kind of night it was going to be.
Well,
brings me right back.
This is what I was talking about, too, like, where it's like, you know, a lot of what got deemed ska kind of was more towards, like, the punk version of it, you know, like John was talking about, like the real big
Operation
Fishes.
Ivy type stuff,
right?
Yeah.
And it's like this leans more towards the reggae side of it, which at an initial thought I didn't think I was going to be as into. but how can you not like this?
When it grooves like that, man.
Yeah.
Like, and the recording quality on that record for '94, especially with the revival genre at the time. I mean, the stand-up piano playing along with the guitar, and that specifically in that song, it just hits so hard. It just makes you want to get out of your seat.
Have you heard the dub version of Out of Nowhere that they put out a few years ago?
Yeah, I got the first repress of the record a couple years back.
I did too.
Yeah,
I think it's worth a bunch of money now, but it's it's super cool.
I actually do think it is one of the more valuable records I own. I remember noticing that a couple months ago.
All right, Dance With Me is in. John, where do you want to go?
All right, I gotta go. I mentioned that given the Boo compilation, I gotta go with the song from there. I Can't Wait.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, gotta have I Can't Wait. I put the Right on Time version, but come on. It's all good.
Funnily enough, I have that listed as number 2. So I was going there next too.
That's a great soul song, man. Like it's undeniable. The absolute it's just when you feel the emotion from that one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with probably a lesser heralded song, but one that I've always been obsessed with, and I'm gonna go with a song from Scientific, Bobby and Joe.
No, I don't have that one.
You don't have it? Okay.
I got it.
Hey.
Yeah.
It was on one of the Punkorama compilations or something, right?
Yeah, I believe it was on a
Punkorama 2, maybe?
Because it was the one tune that like I always knew from that record, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Despite not having it on hand all the time, you know? In the pre-iPod days.
All right, so that gets a 2. It's still around.
Yeah.
Not if you get your 10.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, I'll just keep trucking down. Why not? How about No Worries?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hey.
Tra-la-la-la.
You got the big 2 from that record now.
Again, I didn't play it that way. It was just these were the ones that felt right.
I mean, I think I said this during the No More Black episode we did, but like I bet if we pulled up like a Setlist FM Hepcat show, we would have hit songs are on every set list already.
Did you get to see them live?
No, I never did.
Oh,
yeah.
They were great. Like, used to just go dance and like see them. They would bring everybody up on stage at the end. So I've been on stage with Hepcat like so many times. I probably saw them
good.
4 or 5 times. Yeah, they were great.
That's so good. I can't believe I never made it out to a gig, but they are a band that slipped by me.
All right, John.
All right. We're doing pretty well, so I'm gonna go later and see how this one goes. How about Live On?
Yeah, I got that.
I do too.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one of my few from that record actually.
Yeah.
Wow. The very
and
last
that was
track.
definitely one that like on this listen through caught me. Like I wouldn't have thought of it before I went through the
Yeah, same.
But the easy horn intro and like the different kind of vibe to it made it feel like it rounded the list out nicely.
That's exactly why I brought it. Is that it?
Yeah.
I was like, this kind of rounds it out. Like this isn't as, I hesitate to say on the nose, but like it's not exactly like the rest. So
100%. And it shows the absolute the breadth of styles that they can hit type thing, you know.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with a song we would be wrong to not have on the final list, in my opinion. I'm gonna go with Earthquake and Fire.
Ooh. I don't have that one.
No way, really?
Yeah.
I got it. That's a classic.
All right.
Yeah, Earthquake and Fire is like, I would stage a walkout if it didn't make the list.
So I'll say this again. It's worth pointing out. This is another one of those bands where I don't really have reasons for not having things. So
yeah, I got you, man. That's cool though. It's fascinating to me that didn't catch you on the list.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I remember being like, oh yeah, it's the song about sex.
Wait a minute. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. What am I missing? Live on. I forgot to mark that off on my list. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's try some more because we're doing really well. Let's try some more scientific. How about country time?
Feel like I had that. One second, I lost my list. Beep boop. I didn't make the cut. Great song though.
Have it.
Is that a
that was a rough cut.
Was that a yes, John?
I might have been trying to be cool.
Yes, that is a yes.
All right.
To be honest with you, I might have cut that one to try to be different because that should be on there.
Oh, we're doing swimmingly, fellas. All right, John, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna go with one that is part of a trilogy of songs. On that Give 'Em the Boot compilation, there was a song by the Stubborn All Stars called Open Season, which was kind of a little diss track for ska, if you will, a little East Coast, West Coast rivalry. So Hepcat came back and wrote a song called Open Season is Closed. So I'm going to go with that one. And then Skinner Box, which is the other Stubborn All Stars band, came back with a song called Hepcat Season on a record that I have. So this is the middle song of the trilogy. Open Season is Closed.
I wish I would have known that. That seriously would have given it some weight. I don't have it.
Oh, I absolutely have it. I'm so glad you told that story. I was so fascinated by that as a kid, man.
I remember when that Skinner Box record came out, I was like, oh, I got to hear this.
I know that other bands have continued it. Like even to this day, people are putting out songs like to follow along with it. Yeah, like Sammy K has one from a couple years back. I forget who else did it, and I don't want to go Googling and ruin our flow here, but I'm so glad you brought that up. The only ska diss track I know of, well, the diss track series, I guess.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Django was just trying to say he was the boss DJ, you know?
All right, Chris?
I'm gonna go. I don't want to do another from the first record, but screw it. I'm gonna go with All For You, as I've always loved that song.
No.
I have it.
There you go.
Wow.
I hope they used to play that all the time. That it's not one you always hear about.
Yeah, I don't remember. But...
I remember specifically like Alex's lisp is very pronounced in this song, and I did go through like a period in my life where I loved all bands with lisps. The singer.
Oh.
I don't know what it was. It was pure coincidence, I think. I just really got into Modest Mouse and stuff like that. But like yeah. But I just whenever I hear this song specifically, because his lisp is so intense, I think about how my buddies used to have a joke that I loved every band with a singer that has a lisp.
All right. Let me see if I can. No, you know what? I'll do a shoot. I don't know which one to go with because I'm trying to play the game here. You know what? I'll go with a push and shove track. I know Chris kind of said he didn't have many from that, but how about Give Me a Little Sign?
No.
So great song, number one. I do not have it either.
First one in the trash.
I had to recheck. That is a very, very good song, though. I feel like there was something about
That's the first one I haven't had.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you've been on a roll.
And when I was going through these, I swore that was a cover. So I did a bunch trying to find out if there was other songwriting credits for it. But Brenton Wood is credited with writing it, and it feels like it's a cover of like a standard, but it's not apparently.
All right, well, something was gonna go in the bin eventually, so might as well be mine. All right, John.
All right, I think we were kind of hinting around this one, talking about songs that there's multiple versions of. How about The Secret?
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm a fool. Brenton Wood is a classic soul singer. That is a cover.
Yeah.
I'm an absolute fool. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No worries. The Secret.
Yeah, I got it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another one we'd be objectively wrong if we didn't have it.
All right, The Secret.
Thought I was being optimistic with 5, but well.
There it is, right, though?
Yep.
We're right there at it. But we could skate on past your 5. It's still not out of the realm of possibility we hit Chris's 10.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, we can keep on rolling. I'm gonna go with a 1 second. I'm changing my mind actually.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with because I don't want to do another from the first record. I'm gonna do a more laid back track. I'm gonna go with Mama Used to Say.
Oh. No.
Nope.
Really? Okay. That was one of the last ones I threw in there.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like maybe those last 2 records might be where we're all kind of in different places.
Well, that's actually right on time, but it's like in the middle of the record. It's before Rui's All Around. It's like kind of a slower part of the record.
Okay.
I always love the vocals in that song and the backups, like they like little oohs and ahs in the background. They're just really pretty.
All right. Back to me, huh? Which ones haven't I done yet? We've done a lot of them. Maybe I can do Right on Time. Now I'll do something from Scientific. How about Black Sky?
Nope.
I know I did have it, but I think I got cut.
Blah.
That's why I'm looking. Yeah, I did have it at one point.
Blah. Looks like your boy hit the wall. All right. All right, John.
All right. I'm gonna go with one again. Chris, you talked about the kind of slower ones with the harmonies. This one I thought had the best harmonies, backup vocals, a little slower, a little more of that like Motown '60s influence. Daydreaming.
I don't have that.
That did not make my cut either.
Uh,
We haven't done a instrumental yet, correct?
no, I don't think so.
All right, let's do an instrumental cut. Let's say Pharaoh's Dreams off of Right on Time.
Yeah, man.
Nope.
Okay, so that's 2, or
It's got 2, yep.
all right, cool.
And at this point, I think, did we just officially clear NTP?
We had already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so now we officially have a discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, funnily enough, I think Pharaoh's Dreams was going to be my next one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to go back to the top. I think now I'm going in chronological. Hooligans.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hey.
This is gonna be tough to get to 10.
All right. Hooligans.
Is that me again?
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
All right. John?
Keep it rolling. Scavez.
Damn right.
I don't have that one.
Oh, Scott is great. Did Jesse listen to it again?
All right. Chris?
I don't know if I should pronounce it the way he does or the way the word is pronounced, but Miscongeniality.
I got it.
I got it too.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that song. It's a very 1994 topic for a song, but
Come on. There we go. Where are we at? 7? I mean, let me just take a look here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I still have 9 songs. Like,
I only got 6.
it's not 10 is not out of the question, man.
you know, foolishly, I haven't been deleting them as we've said, so I don't actually know how many I have left. I'm gonna start doing that now while you guys talk.
All right. Let me get off out of nowhere, even though we're doing really well on it. How about Solo?
No.
I do not have that.
Blah, I was solo on it. All right.
There you go.
John?
Worth it for the bit.
Yeah, right.
All right. Let's go. This one was actually on, I think, Given the Boot 2 or 3 under a different title about The Region.
That was definitely the one that I was talking about that they changed keys on, not the other one. I did have that, yes.
Okay.
I don't have that, but it's got a 2. This one, if we don't get to 10, this conversation going to be brutal.
Yeah, it's getting down to 10 is going to be not easy at all.
All right. Chris?
I forgive me because I should have been deleting songs as they went. Another one that if we don't have it, I'd be surprised. Prison of Love.
I got it.
That was the last cut for me.
Last cut for you? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Just because
Love
I couldn't take everything from Out of Nowhere.
No, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
I'm realizing now that I kind of just did.
For the record, I mean, I took the push and shove version.
Okay.
But I think because for that same reason, I can't take everything from Out of Nowhere, so I'll take the push and shove version. So I mean,
something about the way that record sounds, man. Out of Nowhere just has this undeniable moment in time feeling to it. It sounds like they just set up in a room and recorded live. I mean,
Yeah,
probably
sounds like a party. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, we're talking about that record. I got a couple left from there, so might as well find out. How about Samo Samo?
Heck yeah, I got that.
I do not.
Baby Doll.
This is gonna be brutal.
Love that song.
Brutal. All right, John?
Keep On.
Nope, not for me.
Nope.
Wow. That's surprising.
Well.
Ooh, I got to pick another one now, eh? Well, let's do something not from those records. How about The Fool from Scientific?
Nope.
No.
Okay. That one I landed on after I started doing cuts because I started going to other people's playlists and it was popping up a lot. And I was like, did I not give this a chance? And I realized I did not give it a chance.
Perhaps we were the fools.
Hey, listen, look at you. That's why he's the host, folks.
All right, what do I got left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have 6. So what? You're somewhere what? 4 or 5, John?
I got 4.
So maybe this will be our last round and then we'll dump out.
Yeah, I only have 3 left.
Yeah, so that sounds good. We'll do this will be our last round and then we'll dump out. How about Rudy's All Around?
Late cut. Good song.
No.
Yeah, right. John?
Home.
Yes, sir.
I don't have it.
All right. That's a 2. And Chris?
I'm torn between doing another instrumental or another pop song just because instrumentals are so important to that band. You guys make the call for me and I'll pick the other one. And I'll pick the last one rather. Instrumental or the pop song.
Let's find out what pop song you chose.
All right, let's go with Clarence Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry. That is the instrumental. My God, I'm so sorry.
Oh. Well, spoilers. Yes,
Yeah.
I do have that.
Okay. I apologize. Yeah.
Is that a no for you, John?
That is a no.
Okay.
That's got a 2. All right, so I'll just dump out what I got left. Let's see. Mark Clarence Thomas here. All right. Wow, I only got 3 left. Relation?
Nope.
Yep.
Relation. Okay. Then Tech Dat?
Absolutely.
Oh.
No.
Just my favorite horn line. One of my favorite horn lines from them.
And then last but not least, Nigel.
I have that too. That was the pop song I was supposed to say.
I do not have that one either.
Okay, so another 2. All right, so you got to be pretty close. Wait, did we hit 7? We finished on 7. Damn. Wow, I won.
Attaboy.
The pressure's on me. Great. All right. You want to try to make our conversation harder, John? Whatever you got left?
I just have Policewoman.
That was my last cut.
Nice. And Push and Shove.
Don't have it either.
Yeah.
All right. And Push and Shove. Push and Shove. And do you have anything left, Chris?
Yeah, I only have one song left. It's Goodbye Street. And I'm shocked that Tommy's song wasn't on anybody's list. I actually cut that assuming someone would bring it up. So yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, the pressure's on me because I'm going to have the final say here. But we got 7 through. Dance With Me, I Can't Wait. No Worries. Live On. Sorry. The Secret. Hooligans. Miscongeniality. First question. Do we care at all about album representation? We've got 3, 1, and 3. Just best.
They don't really as far as the story of their band, there's nothing to tell sonically going forward. It's all rooted in the same tradition. It's all rooted in the same idea, right? The thrust of the second 2 albums is the same as the thrust of the first 2. There's just it's just a different time in their career, right? So we could tell their story just as well from 94 as we could from 2024.
So then we've got 15 that we need to trim down to 2.
Oh, good.
All right. So we got Bobby and Joe, Earthquake and Fire, Country Time, Open Season is Closed, All For You, Pharaoh's Dreams, Skaviz, The Region, Prison of Love, Samo Samo, Home, Clarence Thomas, Relation, Nigel, Tech Debt. I feel like the best way to do this is to ask each of you, John, is there one there that it's that one should have been in?
Yeah, there's a couple. I think Bobby and Joe is probably needs to be on there.
Absolutely.
So you guys both had that. I was the odd man out there. So let's put that one through. Same question to you, Chris. Is there one sitting there with 2 that you're like, man, that should have been? I can't believe we did.
Yeah, I'd say The Region for sure.
All right, there's another one that I was the odd man out on. So, boom. All right, so that brings us up to 9. I'm open to influence on our number 10, but I'm already leaning towards either Clarence Thomas or Pharaoh's Dreams to get an instrumental track in there.
Yeah, you gotta have one.
See, I think I disagree. I think Skaviz, we don't have anything that sounds like that on there, or Open Season is Closed just for the
story,
just for the bit of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's got to be there just because of how legendary that whole story is.
Those would be the 2 that I would suggest.
Yeah.
Well,
and you got Samo Samo on there, right? I would say I gotta advocate for that as well.
Earthquake and Fire too.
Oh
so
yeah, that's what I should have said.
Yeah.
So all 11 songs. Okay.
Well, no pressure. Don't fuck it up.
So honestly, again, I was leaning towards one of the instrumentals, but when John told the story about Open Season is Closed, I gotta admit, if I would have known that going in, that probably would have been enough to put it on my list. So knowing the story now, I think that's what I'm going to put my weight behind, and I'm going to take Open Season is Closed as our number 10. Put that as my final say. And then we've got 10. Let's read them down. Dance With Me, I Can't Wait. No Worries, I Can't Read. Live On. God, man, I can't read. The Secret, Hooligans, Miscongeniality, Bobby and Joe, The Region, Open Season is Closed. John, if I read that 10 to you, which one is the one?
There's one that has just the most undeniable hook and chorus of any of them. I think that it's just, it immediately will turn anyone that hears it into a Hepcat fan. It's No Worries.
What do you think, Chris?
I'd say Dance With Me. I just think it's the most iconic song, but I got no problem with No Worries. Oh, that's an absolute banger.
I could see the case for either.
Play that hook from No Worries. Hold
on.
Let these people hear what we're talking about.
Yes, he is. Right.
Let the man speak for you.
I'm RJ Decker, private investigator, uncovering the Sunshine State's darkest secrets.
Tuesdays, it's the premiere of ABC's hottest new crime show.
RJ freaking Decker, as I live and breathe.
He's a private eye.
It's not a standard murder, it's something bigger.
And a public mess.
Trying to get sent back to prison today?
You go to prison one time and suddenly it's all the jokes.
RJ Decker, series premiere, Tuesdays on ABC and stream on Hulu.
This episode is brought to you by Beneful. Dogs of the world, lend me your ears, snoots, and little toe beans. We've been sitting and staying for boring food for too long. It's time to demand high-quality ingredients, fresh from the pantry. Together with Beneful freshly prepared meals, we can start a mealtime revolution. Can I get a woof woof? Kick boring in the bowl with Beneful freshly prepared meals. Visit Purina.com/Beneful to shop now.
Yeah, man. I think that's it.
Read that list. Well, you don't need to read the whole thing. Did Scavez make it, by the way?
Nope.
No.
I do want to give the note there that I always thought it was so damn cool that the first 3/4 of that song is instrumental, and they come in with that absolute, like, the entire verse he sings is a hook. And it's like, I don't know that I've ever heard someone sing something where you're like, you are the coolest fucking guy on the planet than in that song when he sings that. That's all I want to put out there for that. Right. I relax and think of that blonde. I just like, you are the coolest person that ever lived.
All right, we're going to go No Worries as our number one, I think, and lock that in. And then let me rewind it so it can get its little time there. And we'll go down this list. We got No Worries is our number one. Dance With Me, I Can't Wait. Live On, The Secret, Hooligans, Miss Congeniality, Bobby and Joe, The Region, Open Season is Closed, rounds out our 10. Let's let No Worries get a little moment in the song.
With the right frame of mind, just looking, you'll find. No run, no lie. There ain't no secret to hide. No run, no lie. Leave your problems behind. Leave your problems behind. Try la 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 la. Hepcat in the
we got it. We have done it. We have turned you on to Hepcat. We've arguably made you into a Hepcat. Look. They can't all be bangers. Sometimes words just fall out of my mouth. What can I say? You want to support that? Patreon.com/ohijustin. That's a great transition. Patreon.com/ohijustin is a great place to go to support the pod. $1 a month gets you in the door. It gets you access to several channels in our Discord. It gets you deprogrammed before the rest of the world. It gets you the after the fact conversation we are about to have, and it also gets you occasional Oh Hi Justins and other type of audio stuff. And there's a little bitty chat that we got going on there on the Patreon chat messaging gimmick. So all that happens there. If you'd like to join the Discord but don't want to give to the Patreon, okay, I get it. You can join the Legion of Stupid Discord and come in, and that's where we do the show, number one. We also count in there. I think we're up to like 500 or something. Who knows where we will be when this episode actually releases. So that's exciting times. Also all sorts of great conversations happening in there. Randy's using the Discord to round out his best of 23 list. So, I mean, that episode's also right around the corner. So I don't know
best
why.
Best of 23, like records that came out this year?
It's
no, the best of the deprogrammed episodes.
Gotcha. Yeah. You told me you guys were doing that.
Yep. And so that's happening soon. And, he's using it. So, I mean, you could have a say. Just saying. If you were there, you could have a say. So that's happening in the Discord. Join the Discord. We would appreciate having you there. And, of course, we're a podcast, so we're on all podcast platforms. If you're listening on Spotify, Giving us 5 stars would help a great deal. I've seen it improve our numbers. If you give, each time we get a new 5-star rating, more people start listening to the show. Like I've seen it. I've seen it happen. So if you're listening to this, giving us 5 stars on Spotify would be greatly helpful, is I think what I was trying to stumble out.
You're big numbers guys, what you're trying to say. You
Yes,
love numbers.
I love
Huge.
numbers. Huge numbers. Good Lord. I talk into a microphone like several times a week. Yeah, so that would be helpful. And you can also, I try to set up a Q&A for every episode where I ask you, like for this one specifically, what do you consider essential Hepcat songs? You can tell us which songs we missed on, tell us if you like our list or not, so on and so forth. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, a 5-star review would be super helpful. I have not seen the numbers change at all when that happens. That's not to say
you can waste your time by doing this for us.
That's not to say it doesn't. I'm just saying I have not seen it help. So,
and if you're a well-minded but not helpful person,
but it does absolutely help on Spotify, is what I'm saying. So
heard.
So if you're listening on Spotify, please do that. That would be great. And I think that's everything with that. Hepcat, learn them, love them, people. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.